Hey Anu, what's happening? I'm not even seeing you like in gym also. Last 2 weeks you didn't come, and it's been a while since we met. Like, what is keeping you so busy?
What to say, my current project with all the meetings, deadlines, demos, and mostly nowadays slippages also. That keeps me busy and I'm stressed also. I don't know like what to do with this.
Oh, stress. Like, but you're doing Scrum, right?
Ah, yes, we are following Scrum.
If you are like following the real Scrum with all the essentials as part of it, you shouldn't be stressed. I know you are the QA lead there, and none of you, either QA lead or the developer or the Scrum Master, product owner, none of you shouldn't be stressed because in Scrum, the developers are making the commitment
Correct.
for the sprint, and you should be making the commitment based on your velocity only. So you shouldn't be stressed because you should be able to meet it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure like what's happening. But nowadays, it was not like that earlier. But current project, it is happening a lot.
Mhm. And you were mentioning slippage.
Hmm.
Are you following definition of done?
Definition of done. It's the same like acceptance criteria, correct? I am following acceptance criteria, and we are just. I am just checking the all the things are done and moving it to the result. So I am keeping an acceptance criteria against the user stories, and I am doing following that.
Mm-hmm. Acceptance criteria is part of definition of done. So
Okay.
let me differentiate or explain that a little bit more. Say for example, if you have a story
Mm-hmm.
and the story is saying that okay, the user has to click on the button.
Okay.
That is an acceptance criteria for that particular story.
Got it.
So for definition of done is a set of like clear instructions for that work to be completed. So once
it.
you meet the definition of done, once the story is done, there shouldn't be any work left. It should be okay, this is all done. No more work done, need to be done.
Okay.
So
So, like the definition of done is like based on the user story, or it's like for the sprint, for all the sprint, it will be same, right? Or
correct.
okay.
Yeah. So definition of done will have a number of checklists. It's kind of a checklist for a particular story. It could be, it will be same for the story or task or even your feature.
Got it.
So I can give you a few examples what can go into the definition of done. So one of the item could be all the acceptance criteria is met, and the next one could be code review should be done,
Okay. Yeah.
and next one could be like unit test should be done, and you can also include your test plan, like test plan should be reviewed and tested, or the test cases should be run. So depending on your team, you can decide, like as a team you all should agree for the definition of done. You all should agree on like these all things should be done for making a particular work item as completed.
Got it. So, who will be doing the definition of done? Like the PO, the Scrum Master, or the team? Like who have to handle it? Or as a QA lead, I have to do that, or who have to handle this?
Yeah. So when I was working with the MCG Health in Seattle, so there what we used to do is we added this definition of done as a work item, like as an item in Jira itself.
Okay.
So it is automated. Like when a particular story is done and it is given for the code review, the person who does the code review check it, like the code review is done.
Okay.
And once the unit testing is done, that person run as a unit testing is done. Similarly, NFR can also be added.
NFR?
Yeah, NFR is the non-functional requirement. Say,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So for the current project, we have this accessibility test and all that stuff. So that will be coming under NFR, right?
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So okay. So the QA person will be checklisting the verifying the QA perspectives, like is it done or not,
Correct.
and the code review might be done by the other developer. So as a team, we have to correct.
Move it forward.
Got it.
So for each story, you have this checklist, and finally, when the product owner accepts that story, he or she can verify is all the requirements met. So they can mark that also as done. So in that way, like your team is the one who is deciding what all should be part of the definition of done based on your team characteristics, based on the product you're working on. Say for example, sometimes you also need to run this product in a production like environment, then only you can mark it as done. So in that case, such teams should add that also into the definition of done.
Got it.
So for your team, what is required for marking it as done, that should be part of it. And each entire team is responsible for making it the progress. And to answer your question, who takes care of it? So initially when you form it, the entire team should be part of it, because everyone in the team is responsible, equally responsible, right? So you come up as a team and make the decision on, okay, these all things, everything should be in the definition of done. And once you follow like few sprints, run it, and then you can revisit and check, okay, are these working? And this also comes up in the retrospective, like if one of the item is not applicable for all the stories. Say for example, maybe NFR is not applicable for all the stories. Then you can add a term like NFR meets when it is applicable. So some modifications you make it as you move forward, like
as per the user story.
Exactly. And it evolves. Not as per the user story, as your team evolves, because based on a user story you don't edit the definition of done, because this is global. It should be applicable for all the task, story or feature. So that is how you use the definition of done. So in this case, if you were following the definition of done, I'm sure you wouldn't have been ending up with the slippage.
Great. Then I'm going to implement this as soon as possible so that I will be like stress free.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, talk to your Scrum Master or your team itself. Like you should come as a group and then discuss about it.
Sure. I'm going to implement this. I will be talking to the Scrum Master so that I can avoid the slippages.
Yeah, that will be helpful.
One thing. So I would like to know more about the Scrum. Like as an expert, you can give me some more insight so that I can move on smoothly with this Agile and Scrum.
Yeah, sure, definitely. So before we go into the essentials of the Scrum, let's take a 10,000 foot view of what is Agile.
Great.
And then we can come to the Scrum. So Agile is a project management methodology. It's a methodology. Just like, waterfall. See, you're familiar with waterfall, right?
Yes.
Which is like sequential and linear. Like you have to complete one phase for the next one to start. For example, like the requirements collection should be done, completely done, then only the design will start. So nowadays, many projects can't follow that because the requirements are like not frequently changing. But there are projects which are still running with the waterfall because they have the fixed length of, it's a fixed length project and they have clear goal. They have to complete within that time frame. So they can easily still use the waterfall. And just like waterfall, you might have heard about the Six Sigma also.
Six Sigma,
Yeah. So that is again based on data and their main focus is on the process improvement and also defect reduction. So they progress based on that. So Agile is different in this because it is iterative and more focused on the collaboration and the continuous improvement. Yeah. Initially, you may be thinking like, what do you mean by being iterative? Say, suppose your end goal is drawing an apple, a red apple. So in your first iteration, maybe you are just drawing outline of apple using a pencil. That is the first iteration. You take it to the customer, show it to them. Is it what you want? Okay, then maybe they will say, oh, I need a smaller apple. Or they might say, apple might have a bite like on it. I need that. So you are taking the first iteration and taking the customer input immediately. Not waiting for the end. And the second iteration could be wherein like you are shadowing with the pencil within the apple. So that is a second iteration. Again, each iteration, each time a sprint completes or a story completes, it should be complete. It should deliver value to the customer. So if I'm showing this apple again, like with the pencil shadowing, shading, it is a complete apple picture. Customer can make value out of it. They say, okay, yeah, this is good. And again, the third iteration will be adding color to it. Just a plain red or maybe a lighter red. Add that. and the fourth iteration will be the final iteration where you add the colors, like the shadings, and make sure that it looks like how exactly the customer wants. So what I'm coming to is, you are not, in each iteration you have a complete product. You're delivering value in each phase. You're not taking one slice of the apple and just filling up color and making it perfect and giving it to the customer. That doesn't add value. So that is where each time the complete product is there, you're delivering value to the customer.
Good.
That is the meaning of being iterative. So Agile itself has like Scrum is there, Kanban is there. Sometimes a team also makes it Scrum Ban. Like what is Scrum Ban is like some particular features from Kanban is also mixed with Scrum.
Okay.
So in my previous team, we did Scrum Ban also.
Combination of Scrum and
Kanban. Yeah.
Good.
So Scrum is dividing the project into the time box slots, like sprints.
Yes.
And Kanban is very focused on the visual representation. We have the board on the Kanban and focused on the WIP, work in progress limit. So they both will help in identifying the bottlenecks and minimizing the bottlenecks. So when you are doing Scrum Ban, it is taking the essentials from the Scrum and also taking input from Kanban.
Yes.
Say you can use the visual board and that is a huge impact.
Okay.
And then we can also implement the work in progress limits for each of the columns.
Okay.
So that becomes, then it becomes Scrum Ban.
Okay.
And there
you
is,
can customize. That's what you are telling, right?
Correct.
As per the team. Okay. Yeah.
Correct.
As per the team, like as the team evolves more mature, we can just like customize.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Got
Yeah. Yeah. So in my previous experience also, that's what I did. First we implement Scrum, observe the team, make them independent, and in addition to that, we can coach them to the Scrum Ban. Or even like just like Kanban, there is also extreme programming.
Good.
That is another framework. So Scrum is a framework, Kanban is a framework. Another one is extreme programming. So extreme programming is again like very short cycles, frequent releases, and there is also practices like pair programming.
Good.
So a team can also like do Scrum Ban and also do the pair programming. So in my previous team, I have coached them for that also. So
Great.
ended up doing this the pair programming. So pair programming, just to give you an overview, like you feel like this is expensive, but it is very efficient.
Okay.
The two developers are using one machine for developing. One person will be the driver and the other person will be the navigator. So the benefit is like very fast problem solving, because
it won't be time consuming. I think like 2 person is sitting on a same machine means time
exactly
consuming.
Yeah. You feel like that, but it is very efficient.
Okay.
I have experienced it.
Great.
It is very efficient in the way like the one person is driving, the other person is code reviewing at the same time.
Okay.
So you are finding the errors like immediately, and problem solving is faster because two people are discussing.
Okay.
And then there is also another advantage is like single point of failure. That is not happening because knowledge is being shared at the same time as they are working.
Okay.
So such practices can also be involved, and like we can train the team based on the team structure, experience and the maturity.
Got it.
Yeah. So that is the Scrum. Like I was talking, Scrum is like just like Kanban, Scrum and extreme programming. Scrum is the most famous now. Like within the teams, like that is following Agile, 87% of the teams are using Scrum.
87%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was also thinking, like I didn't hear much about this pair programming. Mostly I think we are following this Scrum.
Yeah.
So okay, so we had talk about this pair programming, all this stuff. So coming to Scrum and Agile, what are the, like we have meetings and all, right? So I feel like it's time consuming and all the stuff. So what do you think?
Not meetings, events.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They are essentials of Scrum. Like
Okay.
another essential. So I would say the first one is the sprint itself. Like how do you, it could be 2 week sprint. I think you are doing 1 week sprint,
Yes,
right?
we are following
It's,
1 week sprint.
yeah, it's really, it should be really fast. So it could be like 1 week, it could be even 4 weeks.
Okay.
There are teams who does the 4 weeks also. So that is sprint. And the next event is the planning, sprint planning. So that is where a team like plans for what to be done for that sprint. So they for example, when a sprint starts, the first meeting is sprint planning. It could even happen in the previous sprint.
Okay.
In sprint planning, the Scrum team picks up the backlog items, the stories from the product backlog. So here we are also talking about the artifacts, and that is also another essentials when you're following Scrum. So the Scrum team picks up the stories from the product backlog and decides in this sprint what I'm going to do.
Okay.
What all can be committed, and that becomes the sprint goal.
Okay.
That is the commitment for the sprint. Okay, so that is the sprint planning meeting where then the team already knows the velocity, how much they can commit. Based on that only they commit. Based on that only you should commit.
From the sprint backlog, we will be pulling the from the product backlog, we will be pulling that to the sprint backlog.
Yes,
correct?
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So that plan in the planning meeting, we are doing this as per the priority set by the product owner. Yes, right.
Correct.
Product owner is the one who is setting the
priority for the product backlog and even for the sprint backlog.
Okay.
You are pulling the product backlog only to the current sprint, and then that also should be prioritized.
Got it.
And the product owner is the one who is setting the priority. In my previous company, I have seen this mistake where when you are planning, not everyone is part of it.
Got it.
And sometimes we don't even consider the QA effort. I have seen that also.
Okay.
So then it is not Scrum. If you are following proper Scrum, you need to consider the effort of all the participants, and everyone should be part of it. So based on that, only you commit. Then you will be able to complete.
Yeah, that's why the story points and all that comes, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Story point is not essential, but knowing the velocity will help the Scrum team to decide what I need to be committing.
Okay.
And definition of done is also plays an important role here, because okay, I have, as part of the definition of done, I have to do this 1, 2, 3 things. For a story to be done, I have to done all these things. So then how much effort is needed, a developer will know, or the team should know. So based on the definition of done and the velocity, the team commits.
Got it.
So when you commit only what they can do, and there shouldn't be any stress.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the event, like sprint, we have talked sprint planning, and what are the other things?
Correct. So then we have the daily Scrum. So that is the rhythm. That's where you find out the rhythm of the Scrum team. Like during the daily Scrum, you talk about how it is progressing. What are the bottlenecks? Do you need any help from anyone else? Is there any complexity in what you are like? Do you need any brainstorming need to happen? So you might have heard about like these 3 questions like during the Scrum, like what I've done, what are you planning to do? Is there anything you need to do? So there is no written rule like you have to follow that. Yeah, I mean, there are even better ways to follow like during this 15 minutes. Only thing is, it should be done within 15 minutes. Don't take more than that. And the time and the place where you meet is consistent. So everybody knows. And you talk about like, okay, I'm working on this story. This is what the issue I'm facing. I might need some help. Hey, you tell me when you have time. Or can we discuss right after this daily Scrum? Can we talk about it? Sometimes another story is dependent on this story. Then maybe you need to finish a database work, or you need help from a database guy who is in a different team. So the Scrum Master can pitch it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So if there is any blocks or something, we will be discussing that in the daily Scrum.
Correct.
And if needed, the Scrum Master will help the team to remove this block, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that is another role from the Scrum Master, like removing the impediments and helping the team function smoothly.
Smoothly.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. So okay. So we are done with the 3 events, right?
Correct,
So,
correct. And one more thing is, sometimes people ask me, does the product owner and Scrum Master need to be part of the
correct. Correct.
this daily Scrum? Actually, no. But and I would suggest that the Scrum Master part of the Scrum Master and product owner both part of the daily Scrum, just because that is where you feel the heartbeat of the team.
Got it.
That is where you see how the team is progressing. And if there is any roadblocks, and if you see less participation, or as a efficient Scrum Master, you will be able to observe the health of the team.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So
then and there you can coach them.
correct. Yeah. So we talked about daily Scrum, and then there is the sprint demo.
Yeah.
That
is the talking about sprint demo, who should be taking the sprint demos? For us, we will be QA will be taking the demos. So how is it happening? Like everywhere, is there any particular role for a demo, or anybody in the team can do, or a PO should do? How it works?
Yeah, it is totally depends on the team.
Okay.
Like if you are a team who is like actually demoing this to the stakeholders, like stakeholder also come to the demo, then maybe it is the product owner who is doing.
Got it.
Or maybe the Scrum team itself, the developers itself, like whoever has done the development, because that is also giving an opportunity for the developer for showcasing.
Oh,
yeah. And maybe sometimes it is a tester, like they have done the testing. So, and it also can rotate. This is giving an opportunity for everyone in the team to showcase their skills, right? And everybody wants visibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
So only thing is they should know the feature in and out, so that they can give a good example, like give a good demo, like
exactly.
For a better visibility. It is good to have the knowledge in the right.
Yes, in that area, and explain it properly. Like these were the acceptance criteria, and this is what we are planning to achieve from this, and this is what we have done. So that is the sprint demo. And coming to the retrospective, I think that is very interesting.
But most of the teams, I don't think like they are having this retrospective or any of these events. They might skip, right?
Correct. Ideally, like everyone should be part of it in all these events. So, and the retrospective, I know like sometimes the team might tend like skip it if there is no issue, everything is going smooth. But I would still say recommend that we should conduct the retrospective. And the Scrum Master can play a good role there to make it more interesting. I have a number of methods how you can make retrospective interesting.
I think nowadays lots of tools are also there to make this happen, right? The retrospective tools are there.
Correct. Yeah. And if you are a team like you're not placed in the same location, you can have remote tools like wherein each member can update it from their own places itself, instead of like coming and writing in the board. So you can the Scrum Master can innovate and bring up new ideas, and maybe sometimes like with the whatever is happening recently, collaborate it with that theme and bring up a new idea. So I would recommend that even if it is a smaller period of time, do the retrospective. That is where you can understand if there is any issues beneath which you are not able to talk. And this gives an opportunity for all the developers, every member in the team to open up. And come up if they have any issues and talk about it. And if everything is smooth, you can just say, yeah, good, all these things good. Continue to do this, something like that also. Like, just do it.
In the retrospectives, we used to share like what are the improvements that is required in the team, so that also we can share it openly, so that that can be implemented, right?
Correct. Yeah. And next time when we meet, probably I can list you a number of like retrospective ideas, tools we can use. And we can have another training also, probably, if you think that would be helpful.
It will be helpful. It will be helpful for most of the teams, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have discussed about the events and the steps. Now I think I need to know like more about the accountabilities, like that are
Yeah.
also essentials in the Scrum, right?
Correct, correct. The values, the Scrum values,
Mhm.
right? In the Scrum, we have Scrum Master and we have Product Owner and we have the Scrum team itself. So in Scrum team, the developers,
Yeah.
developers. So you call them developers, but it is not just the developers,
Mm.
everyone in the team.
Got it.
Like it could be a QA member, it could be an architect, it could be a UI specialist.
Mhm.
So everyone, we commonly name them as, call them as developer. So these are the three roles in Scrum. So if you say and the team size also, it should be smaller team size.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos was mentioning a 2 pizza size
Yeah.
team. Like
Okay.
the idea is you should be able to feed the team with 2 pizzas.
Okay.
The reason behind that is when the team size grows, the communication gap grows. I have seen it. So when the team grows, like if you want to make a commitment from a team, you have to make sure that all the members
are
coming, they are all committing, and the decision making is slower there because as the number of people grows, like you know it. So it is better that we have the ideal number is like maybe 6 to 8 or even 9, including the Scrum Master and Product Owner.
Okay.
And that is ideal size. So then that also helps in having a smaller lead time, like the time it takes from a commitment to the delivery. If the team size is bigger, I have seen that the lead time is small, and will help you also in how to calculate the lead time probably in another session.
Got it.
Okay. So that is Scrum team. Now coming to the Scrum Master. So Scrum Master is a servant leader. They should have that mindset. And again, in Scrum there is no hierarchy.
Got it.
Yeah, there is like Scrum Master is big, team is not, nothing like that. Product Owner, no, everyone is same, and everyone has their own roles.
Got it.
So that is the beauty of Scrum. Yeah. So the Scrum Master, his or her main responsibility is coaching the team, ensure that the team is adapting to the Scrum values and Scrum rules, some Scrum theory, and also facilitate all these events. Make sure that they are scheduled and it's happening. And also another important responsibility is like removing the bottlenecks, removing the impediments. Say in one of my team, like say for example, if there is any, I was talking right, if there is any dependency on another team, Scrum Master is the one who is going to go to that team, make sure that that work is completed before our team picks up the work, so that when the developers pick up the story, there is no waiting time, there is no lag for them. So it's the responsibility of the Scrum Master to make sure that okay, these are the prioritized work items, these are the committed one. Okay, this story is coming up, it has a dependency, make sure that it is cleared before it is being picked up.
Got it.
Yeah. And then similarly, if you need any like brainstorming sessions, make sure that it is happening when it is convenient for the developers. So that is Scrum Master's role. Now coming to the Product Owner. Product Owner, it's for a development team, Product Owner is the face of customer.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the developer is not communicating directly with the customer. So Product Owner gives the requirements and clarifies it for the development team.
Got it.
Yeah,
it's a bridge between the stakeholders and the team.
Exactly. Yeah. So they are the face for as a customer for them, and they are the one who is prioritizing the product backlog.
Got it.
They are the one who is collaborating with the stakeholders, ensuring that we are delivering the values. And they are the one who is making sure that ROI, the return on investment, is being balanced, is being tracked. So the responsibility of the Product Owner involves equally with the stakeholders and with the development team.
Okay. So in between, I got a doubt. Like, okay, how often the team can change the requirements? Like the Product Owner have a communication always with the stakeholders, right? So in the sprint, like if we are committing in the sprint and all, we have the product backlog with all the requirements, right? So if there is a change, where the product owner is going to accumulate that? Like where he will place it?
Mhm. So, according to Scrum,
Okay.
once you commit to a sprint, we are committing to a number of stories.
Correct.
And we also commit to a sprint goal. Like we identify that goal. That sprint and the number of stories are locked.
Got it.
But when there is a scenario like, okay, a particular story it's picked up, committed by the team, but the requirement is changed because the stakeholder has requested for some changes, as long as it is not affecting the sprint goal, it can be changed.
Got it.
The product owner can change it, but it should be before the Scrum team picks up and start working.
Got it.
Yeah, and there could also be scenarios where like the entire thing what we committed for the sprint is no longer valid.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that happens, right? It's
Yeah.
sometimes like we started with a red apple, and in between the customer or the stakeholders need a green apple, then we have to change it, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
in that case, like how it will, like it's time obsolete or something like that.
Correct. Yeah. That time the sprint goal became obsolete, and
Ah.
the sprint can be cancelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who will be canceling the sprint? Like the Scrum Master or the product owner?
It should be the product owner.
Okay.
Because the product owner knows that okay, whatever we have committed for the sprint no longer valid.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to complete.
Correct.
Cancel the sprint and then start again.
Again. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jills, we were talking about events, artifacts, accountabilities, everything, right? So I think almost we have done everything. Or is there anything left out in the Scrum?
Yeah. In Scrum Essentials, there is also Scrum Values.
Oh, Scrum values. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
focus, respect,
Openness,
huh.
commitment, and courage.
Correct.
So each one of them is important. Say, for example, openness is like where you should be open for trying out something new. As a developer, like you shouldn't be scared. Like you shouldn't be worried about trying out something new. And also openness for feedback. You have the continuous retrospectives and open for feedback, open for like opinion from others. So all those adds that value. That is openness. And focus on the work that you need to be completed. Focus on the sprint goal. Like once you commit to a sprint, you should have that big picture. The product goal should be there all the time. And we have commitment. So commitment is when you commit to a work, like you are committing to the project, you're committing to the sprint goal you have. So as a developer, you are committed to complete that work.
Got it.
Yeah, and you also have the courage. So courage is another important value in the sense when a sprint planning happens, you have the courage to say, this is our velocity. We
Yes.
can't commit more than that. So that is where the courage comes in picture.
How much we can accommodate in the current sprint and all the things. That courage we should be there to take up the user stories.
Correct. Yeah. And the courage to try out something new. Yeah.
Courage to say no also. when it
Exactly.
is required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And openly say like what is needed, what is not needed, all those. So these values, like you feel like I don't care about these, I don't need to follow. But for a Scrum team to be effective, highly performing, so these are the values. A developer might think that, yeah, I don't care about these values. I don't need to follow these. But a particular Scrum team, to be efficient and for highly performing, it is very much needed.
Got it.
Yeah.
When we are working as a team, all of them should be in the same page and should respect something. So
Correct.
these values plays importance, right?
Correct.
got it.
Yeah. And say suppose like one person is not open for feedback, one person is like really scared to say no, and the product owner is like pushing, I add this also, you can do this also. So the as a developer, you should have the courage to say no, this is our velocity, we have to do all this definition of done, we can do only this much, this is what we committed for.
Got it.
Yeah. And if you are especially these values are not being followed, even one person not following these values, that person becomes the squeaky wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you know, if for a machine or a car to be running smoothly and faster, all the wheels should be running equally, like efficient and highly performing. If one wheel is squeaky, the entire
affects
system
the
is
entire
slow.
system. Yeah.
So that is where the values plays a very important role.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, we covered everything in the Scrum as far. Yeah, everything. Anything if we missed out, we can add it later, right?
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
in the coming sessions, we can discuss more. And I feel like this was very good because it was helpful also. I might have missed something as we know, like I missed the definition of done. Even if we heard in the books and we are aware of this, but what was missing, that thought was not there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it was very helpful.
Yeah, yeah, and then these are the essentials, like as we talked about the accountability and the events and the artifacts and the Scrum values. These are the essentials. The other things like velocity, we touched on that, and the story points, burn down chart, and the lead time. All those things are good to have.
Good to
Like
have, yeah.
once your Scrum team is like efficient and started to perform highly performing, you can add all these things, and those are not essentials, like those are good to have.
Good.
But if you are not following any of these essentials, you might be acting like you are doing Scrum and Agile, but you are not. You
Yes.
are you might be seeing the problems also, and you are not able to fix it.
Correct.
But like in those cases, I mean, I can help you. Like we can come and help your team in identifying what exactly is the problem,
Yes.
and then helping you to give suggestions and improve on.
You are doing the consulting for this, right?
Correct.
So how you will be helping your clients for this consultation, and like how you will be like you will be building up the team from the scratch, or the running team you will be giving more tips, or how you will be doing that?
Yeah.
How you work with them?
So again, it is totally depending on the where the team is. Say if the team is completely new to the Scrum, then we will get started with the training itself. We train them on what is the Scrum, what is Agile, starting with Agile, and then that's what we have done when I joined MCG Health in Seattle. In 2010, that's where like we got the fundamentals. Like we had a training team coming from outside and trained us on what is Scrum. Slowly we picked up what is Scrum. A few years it took for us to come into that full in depth of that, and then we slowly learned about Kanban, and we learned about the best practices there, incorporated that into Scrum. We started following Scrum Bank. And that's where I was coaching the teams to follow more on that, and we also like started practicing the pair programming there.
Got it. So being a certified agile coach, what do you feel like how should be the team performs, or like, and how you can analyze the team and all?
Yeah. So as a Scrum Master should be able to feel where what is the rhythm or what is the health of the team. Based on that, the Scrum Master will be able to suggest or coach the team on like what all are the practices you should implement, or what are the practices you should correct. Again, if I am coming in as a consultant to an experienced team, we observe the team in what is working, what is not working, and based on that we give suggestions. Be with the team for a period of time, observe how they are doing, and then make improvements.
Exactly.
Give the suggestions.
I got it.
Yeah.
Even if we are following Scrum on the go, we may sometimes miss some essentials or something, and that lack of knowledge or lack of implementation will be affecting the team, right? So yeah, in between, if we give a health checkup like for the team also, it will be good. Yeah, so that's good to learn, like you can help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And as the team matures, we can add more practices.
Correct.
To become more efficient.
Yeah, advanced features we can add.
Correct. Yeah. And that will help the team to be more highly performing. A highly performing team stays in that as long as the Scrum Master is there to like protect the team from the impediments and make sure that the team is focused and following the Agile values.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can discuss more in the upcoming sessions. Like I would like to know more about the advanced features also.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can also talk about the scaled agile framework.
Ah.
Yeah, really good to see you and catch up with you after a very long time.
Oh my God, Jills. It was such a stress buster for me. I'm going to implement all these things and I feel like, okay, I have refreshed a lot.
Nice, nice. So definition of done is going to be implemented.
Of course. Without fail, I'm going to meet the team and going to start with these implementations. We'll
Perfect.
plan it perfectly.
Nice, nice. So that means I'll see you tomorrow at gym.
Of course.
Yes.